This is NECO July 2023 General Mathematics Paper 2, question number 7A, and the question reads, the sum of ages of a man and his daughter is 60 years. 6 years ago, the man's age was thrice that of his daughter. The question asked is to find their present ages. So let's attempt to answer this question together. Solution to this very problem. So let me just take a letter X to stand for the age of the man. If X is the age of the man, then I can now find the expression for age of the daughter in terms of this letter X. If the sum of the two ages gives you 60, which means if you remove the age of one of them, it gives you the result, the age of the second person. So if X is the age of the man, removing X from their total, which is 60, will give me answer age of the daughter. So which means it implies 60 minus X, that is from total, minus the age of the man. What will be left is the age of the daughter. So I'll move to the second statement, which says 6 years ago, meaning 6 years before now. The man's age was 3 times that of his daughter. Let me find the expression for the age of the man 6 years ago. If his age now is X, which means 6 years ago, I'll simply subtract 6 from his present age, which is X. That will give me his age 6 years ago. And let me use the same also to find the age of the daughter 6 years ago. The daughter is presently 60 minus X. So her age also 6 years ago is now going to be from her present age. I will now subtract the 6. So the age of the daughter is now going to be her present age, which is 60 minus X, minus 6. And simplifying this gives you result 54 minus X. This would now be her age 6 years ago. And this statement says in that 6 years ago, the man's was thrice, meaning 3 times the age of the daughter. So I'm going to use X minus 6 and 54 minus X to relate them appropriately using this very statement. X minus 6 is the age of the man 6 years ago. And 54 minus X is the age of the daughter 6 years ago. And according to this very statement, it says this X minus 6 is the same thing as 3 times this 54 minus X. So let me just write it. So I'm going to have X minus 6, the age of the man 6 years ago, equals to 3 times the age of the daughter 6 years ago. So I now have a simple equation that I'm going to solve for X. That is the age of the man. Then later I'm now going to use the value for X to find the age of the daughter. So let me just solve this simple equation. To solve this simple equation, what you do first is to expand this bracket and collect like terms. Let me do that. So I'm going to have X minus 6 by the left. Expansion of this bracket gives 3 times 54, 162, 3 times minus X minus 3X. Collecting the like terms, minus 3X shifted to the left, minus 6 shifted to the right, gives a result 4X equals to 168. And dividing both sides by the coefficient of X, which is 4, to get X, that X is now going to be 42. So the age of the man now is 42 years. So substituting X by 42 to get the age of the daughter. Remember, the age of the daughter we said is 60 minus X. So there I'm going to have 60 minus 42. Subtracting 42 from 60 gives me result 18, which means presently the man is 42 years and his daughter is 18 years. This is the answer to this very question. So let me quickly share with you how marks are distributed according to the marking scheme of this very NECO July 2023. The very first mark in this very question is the bonus 1 mark, and this bonus 1 mark, when you now have an expression for the age of the daughter 6 years ago as 54 minus X, that gives you bonus 1 mark. It can equally be the age of the man 6 years ago if it were X that you related to be the age of the daughter. The next mark is the method 1 mark. When you now relate the age of the man and the age of the daughter 6 years ago appropriately, you have this method 1 mark. And the next mark is the method 1 mark, attempting to solve that simple equation. You have this method 1 mark. And when you now have either the age of the man as 42 or the age of the daughter as 18, depending what you now let first, either the age of the man or the age of the daughter. So that very first answer, you have accuracy 1 mark. And when you now have the second answer, either the age of the man or the age of the daughter, depending, you now have another accuracy 1 mark. So in total, this very question has 5 good marks.